working in the unseen realms. We all are, whether we realize it or not. But some of us do love working in the unseen realms and love doing the good work that can be done quietly. And so, that being said, it's important for me to approach creating change in the world from a very, very deeply grounded and rooted heart center place that's also very, very profoundly connected to higher guidance and higher realms, and to create change from that perspective. So I'm a lover. I've always been that. Sometimes I'm fighting for things ferociously, but the energy is coming from my heart. And so it's grounded in the truth, and it's grounded in the love that I feel. Meaning, when I'm showing up fighting for something, it's because there's something about it that has broken my heart. That's how I know where to enter in, where my heart breaks and where that opening cracks. I then bring new life into it. And the way that I do that primarily is through music. Sometimes it's writing, sometimes it's dance. There's a lot of ways to be creative. For me, I'm very lucky. I have lots of outlets that way. I think that it's because of having been broken open so many times that you now have multiple ways to express the healing creative energy that comes forth from that. So I'm going to keep this short because I only have my salt lamp and a fireplace here to light me. And I feel like this might be a little bit of a tiring kind of lighting situation. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm going to turn this around so you can see. Oh, fireplace. So, uh-oh. Oh, there we go. So I wanted to just say to those of you who are also feeling rather burnt out from the fighting part of loving, the work that goes into everybody's doing different work. For me, I find I'm often trying to balance my really balance my own inner energy. It's really about balancing myself out. So if I feel exhausted from too much fighting, I know I need to pull out and get some deep rest. And I know I need to go back into my creative work, my writing, my whatever it is that's creative. The creative work that makes you lose track of time when you do it, that's what you need to be doing in order to heal. So for those of you that are fighters, whether with your creative work, you're fighting by showing up where your body is needed physically. Some of us are just fighting to stay positive for children in the house. That's incredible work as well. There's all these different ways that we show up and that we are bringing our sword to the game. Gosh, there's so many things I want to say about that, but I'm going to try to keep this under 10 minutes if possible. I think that we need to reorganize ourselves around the point of loving ferociously, which is so much more than just a couple of words put together. I'm talking about creating a force that is like a force of nature. Like when you go to put two magnets together that are opposite sides, you feel they won't actually touch. No matter how strong that you think that you are, you can't make that happen. This is why there are entire train systems that are floating on magnets, because that's a force of nature. Unseen, invisible, but powerful. This is how we have to remember that this is This is the kind of force that I'm talking about when I'm talking about love. Unseen, extremely powerful, creating within that bubble is why I'm here. That's my life's work 100% for sure. And so this is a time where I just want to connect with other people who are understanding this, because I think we just have to come together. We really have to come together right now. And I think in any way that we can talk about, it's getting chilly in here. I think I have a window open. However we can get together and talk about what needs to be done, and I mean all the different things that need to be done. There are a lot of things that we need to do in order to pick up the pieces of what it is that we've left behind, which is a lot of the way that we thought society had worked, which it does not work and in some ways never did. All of these sort of crumbling pieces, the ways that we handle conflict from the top down, the violence, the brute force, just all of that, we're in the process of watching it crumble to the ground and evolving into more advanced versions of ourselves where we can address conflict, address even big problems with much more wisdom, much more compassion, much more force of love, much more of a conversation, much more complexity, much more nuance. We need to bring these higher and more refined frequencies to the table of the creation of our future. And so if anybody is hearing this and knows what I'm talking about and understands what I'm saying, we are in process of evolution, and it's time for all of us who are aware of that to gather. This is already happening. It needs to happen even more, and in my opinion, more quickly, and with more direction and more focus and in more ways, and in every single way that we move through our lives every single day. I think we need to have in the back of our minds, how are we creating the next iteration of our humanity, because we're moving into that and we get to be here for it. So understanding our power as creators is really, really key. Understanding the way that we take whatever it is that we're experiencing right now and weave that into the energetic blueprint that we're about to step into. We're doing this. We're doing this together. We're doing it whether we're conscious of it or not. So anyone, if you look around you and you don't love what you're seeing, it's time to become more conscious of your power to create that which you do want to see around you. We all have to step into this now. This is a calling that I'm feeling to just talk about it and say, let's get together. Let's figure out ways that we can make things better. I mean, I don't even know what that's going to look like yet, what platform it's going to be on, I just know that I need to start now. I just need to start. And so I'm going to post this somewhere and see what happens, and maybe post it somewhere else and see what happens, and we'll just, we'll go from there. All right, I'm going to work on getting better light going, but I'm enjoying sitting by the fire, and I hope it's not flickering too much. I can't really tell until after, when I look at this later. All right, thank you for listening to me. I hope that this is the beginning of some very interesting and beautiful conversations about the solutions that we need to start pouring our love into. And I know I'm not alone on that. Okay. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me. I love you.